Hey guys, welcome to the Dude Seriously Show. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Tim.
And I'm Wil Wheaton. Kaleb.
And we're talking Ant-Man and the Wasp tonight. So Ant-Man and the Wasp is the second Ant-Man film in the MCU and the runner-up to Infinity War. Tim, what did you think of Ant-Man and the Wasp?
It starts a little slow for me. Finds itself pretty quickly though, and then it's the characters you know and love from the first movie.
I agree with a lot of that. I think that the pacing is a really interesting theme in this movie. It's not a bad thing. It's just paced really interestingly, and it's all the characters that you know and love, plus some new ones. And I think that the story really focuses on Scott and Hope and their perspectives of the story that's going on around them, and I think that that's a strong suit, so 2 thumbs up from me. Kaleb, what did you think of Ant-Man and the Wasp?
I thought it was a really good departure from the last couple more serious movies.
Yeah.
And I really liked the family aspect of Scott's home life after being on house arrest for 2 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that just put a really interesting thought in my head. So the last 2 movies have been super serious. Infinity War and Black Panther going in reverse order, and then Ragnarok. Mm-hmm. Now we have Ant-Man, a really funny one, right? Mm-hmm. And then next is Captain Marvel, which I presume is going to be on the serious side, and Avengers 4, which will be on the serious side. And then the rumor is the next one will be Spider-Man Far From Home.
Which you would tend to think would be a little more humorous.
Humorous. Yeah. I wonder if we just cracked the Marvel pattern of 2 serious, humorous.
And then you have a humorous palate cleanser, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I like that roulette, if that's the way that it goes.
Good job, Will.
Yeah, well done.
Kaleb, sorry.
Close enough.
We keep getting him confused for Wil Wheaton. I mean...
Happens all the time.
But anyways, and this is your first episode,
yeah.
So welcome to the show. But
Big
anyways...
fan.
Oh, thanks, man. But anyways, Ant-Man and the Wasp. So I really like the movie. We're going to jump into spoilers. So spoilers for Ant-Man and the Wasp, cut out. All right, spoilers. We have to talk about that mid-credits scene. Oh my god. So what happens... they send Scott into the quantum realm to collect some energy to help Ghost.
Well, they've spent the movie building this machine.
Correct.
And then,
And they made a smaller version that fits in the back of the van.
Portable version, yeah.
Long story short, Scott ends up in the quantum realm.
Again.
Thanos snaps and Scott is stuck there, and Janet, Hope, and Hank are all dusted away. And... I don't know. What do you guys think? How is Scott going to get out of the quantum realm?
I was easily as dumbstruck by that as I was at the end of Infinity War. I know we're not really talking about Infinity War, but when they show you who all dusted away, is that what we're calling it?
Yeah, why not?
As soon as they show that, I'm like, not again, man. I feel gut punched again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like, how does he get out of this?
Yeah, I have no idea. So something interesting. Before he goes in, Janet says to stay away from like time vortexes. And what we know about Avengers 4 coming next year is that they've casted an older actress to play Cassie Lang. And we've also seen shots of like Robert Downey Jr. with like a little bit of gray in his hair and in a SHIELD uniform. So if we're talking Avengers 4 theories, maybe Avengers 4 time jumps and Ant-Man comes out of this portal a couple years down the road and teams up with the Avengers down the way. I don't know, but man, the stakes are so high. Like, I'm dumbfounded. I'll be thinking about it until Avengers 4 hits theaters, honestly.
After what Scott knows about Janet going in and being trapped in there, and his history going in there, and how difficult it was getting in and out, he's got to be scared to death that he's going to be trapped in there for maybe 30 years, if not forever himself.
One theory I've seen is that Captain Marvel meets him there because her movie takes place in the 90s, and with the whole like pager scene at the end of Infinity War, we don't really know what time she's going to come out in.
Wonder if...
That she may actually be trapped in there too.
Yeah. Well, we know from things that Marvel has said, things that Kevin Feige has said, that the quantum realm will play a role in Captain Marvel.
Well, and it shows up briefly in Doctor Strange too.
Sure.
So it kind of weaves through different ones.
I can't help but wonder if Captain Marvel will use the quantum realm as her transport ability. Maybe that's how she travels vast distances quickly.
Like from planet to planet kind of thing?
Maybe. And what if she finds Scott in the quantum realm while traveling from Nick Fury's page?
Could be. So he's hanging out there until Captain Marvel shows up.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be cool.
But hey, we should talk about Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah.
Hey, how about that?
Okay, so the Wasp, let's talk about it. Evangeline Lilly was great in the first Ant-Man. I think she's great in this one, but now she has a suit. What do you guys think of the Wasp?
I was going into the movie expecting her to be like the more serious person, but I thought like the little bits of comedy she added in was very welcome.
Very dry, sarcastic kind of comedy.
Yeah, but also extremely badass.
Yeah,
I mean,
awesome.
I've heard a lot of people say once you see this movie, she may be the new top tier female hero in all the MCU.
Step aside, Black Widow.
That's pretty darn close. She's badass in this movie.
She is so cool.
Yeah.
And I love how confident she is, too. I loved everything about the Wasp. She was cool, and I cannot wait to see her with the other Avengers. Well, hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully the dusting isn't permanent, but
Yeah.
I can't wait to see her with the other Avengers.
Yeah.
She's awesome, and she's got a really neat personality that I think will mesh well with, like, Rocket Raccoon and Stark, and I just think she's got a lot to bring to the table that I honestly can't wait to see. And speaking of the Wasp, we've got Janet Van Dyne. Michelle Pfeiffer comes back. Really interesting. I mean, she's not really in the movie a lot, but when she is in it, she's a scene stealer. She's great.
She's not as big of a scene stealer as Luis, though.
No.
He steals everything. He was cracking me up the entire time.
The truth serum thing.
Oh, that scene is when I came back into the movie and was like, yeah, this is the Ant-Man universe I like.
Yeah.
When you see the truth serum scene, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. And I also want to talk about Ghost, the villain. If you can even call her a villain. I think that, the first Ant-Man movie is a heist movie. This is a chase movie. Kind of MacGuffin-driven movie sort of thing with lots of different MacGuffins going on for a lot of different reasons and a lot of different people going after different things. So it kind of crosses over and does a lot of stuff like that.
For some people, maybe explain what MacGuffin means.
Sure, absolutely. A MacGuffin is, in film talk, when there's an item that everybody's trying to go after, you're chasing after this item.
It's a plot device.
Exactly, yeah. It gets you from point A to point B, and it's kind of what drives the story.
I think this is probably the first time in movie history that an entire laboratory was a MacGuffin being
probably
chased.
so. But like for an example, like Raiders of the Lost Ark, the Ark being
Yeah.
the MacGuffin.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
In any case, that's a little more of an abstract one, but
Anyway,
still applies here.
there you go.
Maybe we'll talk Indiana Jones some other time. But jumping back to Ghost, I thought that she was a really neat villain, and I love the effect that they have of her, like moving one step ahead or
They
behind.
call it phasing or shimmering or something.
Yeah, because she's like kind of stuck between dimensions, and I thought she was cool. Honestly, 2018, awesome year for Marvel villains.
Yeah, and it's another case of not really a villain, but sort of an anti-villain.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to do what she's doing. She just has to.
Yeah.
I mean, part of me wonders if she really didn't just go to Hank and Hope and say something to him, if they would have, I believe they would have helped her.
Yeah.
But she just was obsessed with just stealing the stuff for herself.
And two, to think that her relationship with Bill Foster, that's her person that she confides in. It's the only person she has to help her through this. And he didn't have very many nice things to say about Hank Pym, so she probably thought she couldn't go to Hank.
Well, that was another problem. Another really small problem I had is there was a lot of hate between Bill and Hank to begin with, and so much so they almost came to blows when they first meet each other again. They get over it pretty easily.
I think they realize there's a bigger thing going on.
Yeah.
But I would agree.
But and also Bill is a super nice guy, super kind-hearted. He heal her, help her from a very young age, and every time she's doing something he feels is wrong, he's really trying to steer her down the right path.
Yeah.
So he's a good guy. He is.
I heard some theories and rumors before the movie came out that maybe Ghost was Bill Foster's daughter, and I actually like that she wasn't. I think that the fact that he was more of a caretaker really...
Adoptive daughter.
Yeah. I guess adoptive daughter is the better term, but even so, he's a caretaker, and it gives a lot of depth to his character that shows that, he's not just some, science mad driven whatever.
Well, but also she didn't have to be blood related to him for him to care for her. He's that
On
good
the
of a
money.
person that he's taking somebody in he doesn't even know and is trying to help him.
On the money. Well, I really loved this movie. Did you guys have any other points you wanted to add? I mean, I could talk all night, but...
No, there's a lot of fun stuff. I mean, there's, like Johnny was just saying, there's just so much stuff that we could be here for 2 hours talking about it as long as the movie is, but there's just so many fun sight gags, so many fun scenes and stunts. You're going to have a lot of fun.
I'd say that's the final takeaway. It's a lot of fun.
And it was good to see what Ant-Man was up to during Infinity War.
True. Yeah, that was the big thing is where was Ant-Man during Infinity War? We have a video on it. You should check it out. But we don't know what Hawkeye's been up to. That's the only thing. I thought we'd get some kind of reference to Hawkeye or something.
Yeah, I was really hoping for a cameo specifically from Hawkeye, so I was a little disappointed.
Yeah, no cameos in this, but that's okay.
Yeah, there's some little subtle mentions of other things, though.
Yeah.
Just be on the lookout for them. For no cameos and for very subtle little references to the rest of the universe, it just fits in and connects really well.
Yeah. So to wrap it up, I would say don't go into this movie expecting Infinity War. You know, it's not that grandiose of a movie. It's very self-contained, but it connects well to the MCU otherwise. 2 thumbs up from me. Highly recommended. Wil Wheaton, Kaleb, what would you say?
I would say, once again, it's a great break from all the seriousness. So it's kind of like the comedy break between a bunch of very big, large-scale movies.
Do you recommend it?
I would.
All right, cool. 2 recommendations. Tim?
Well, I'm going to recommend it too. I mean, it's just a lot of fun. And like Kaleb just said, it is a good fun movie after all the seriousness of the last couple that we've had.
Yep, absolutely. So with that, we're going to bring a wrap to our review on Ant-Man and the Wasp. The downside is that now that this movie's over, we have a long wait until Captain Marvel, the next MCU installment. Let us know in the comments below what you think of Ant-Man and the Wasp. What were your thoughts on the movie? Favorite parts, favorite characters, and how excited are you for Captain Marvel? Because I know I'm getting pretty hyped myself.
Pumped.
Especially if Ant-Man might get rescued from the quantum realm because of her, and it ties all this together. I'm so excited. So let us know in the comments below your thoughts on Ant-Man and the Wasp. And dude, seriously, we'll see you on the next one.